Have you ever imagined starting from scratch and years later owning the world's largest hay company? Jesse Bounds did that. He had just 7 acres of hay, and today he owns Bounds Hay, a giant in the industry. How did he do it? What led him to achieve such impressive success? Could you also accomplish great feats starting with little? These questions could change the way you see the business world. Get ready to understand what it takes to turn a simple dream into a grand reality. Hello, I'm Juninho Mello, and you're on the Celebrities Farm channel. If you're passionate about inspiring stories of people who transformed their lives and businesses, you're in the right place. Here we share unique experiences of overcoming and success. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video so you won't miss any content. Let's go together on this journey of knowledge and motivation. Did you know that Jesse Bounds' story started with just 7 acres of hay? But contrary to what many may think, he wasn't an heir to a great fortune, nor did he have a strong investment capital. His journey began with hard work, future vision, and of course an unwavering passion for what he did. But how did he transform those modest 7 acres into a massive hay business? The secret isn't just a good idea or a well-crafted strategy. Jesse's true difference was his ability to identify opportunities where others only saw difficulties. He had the courage to innovate, to take risks, to do something different, even when the obstacles seemed impossible to overcome. And you? Are you ready to face challenges and transform your reality? What could be hidden behind an apparently insurmountable obstacle? This is what we will explore throughout this video, and you will discover how to turn challenges into opportunities for growth and success. Jesse Bounds is a clear example of how perseverance, combined with a strategic vision, can turn even the most unlikely situations into great achievements. Throughout his journey, he faced the typical challenges of any entrepreneur, starting small: lack of resources, challenges with suppliers, marketing difficulties, and even the doubts of others about the viability of his business. But Jesse didn't stop there. He knew how to turn each obstacle into an opportunity for learning and growth. The lack of resources, for instance, wasn't seen as a problem, but as a chance to be more creative and innovative. Instead of investing in expensive machines and equipment, he opted for more affordable and efficient solutions, which allowed him to reduce costs and increase profit margins. One of the most interesting points in this journey was Jesse's focus on building a solid relationship with his suppliers. Instead of seeing these partners as mere service providers, he viewed them as collaborators, working together to improve production and optimize processes. This collaborative vision made his company not only gain the trust of its partners, but also gain a significant competitive edge in the market. Furthermore, he was never afraid to take risks. When the hay market became saturated, Jesse took a bold step. He invested in innovation, seeking ways to make his product more accessible and of better quality for the end consumer. He knew that to stand out, he would need to do more than the ordinary. This type of disruptive thinking is what allowed him to surpass the competition and claim a substantial market share. What can we learn from Jesse Bounds' journey? Firstly, that innovation isn't just about creating something completely new. Often it's necessary to look at what already exists and rethink ways to do it better. Moreover, collaboration and long-term vision are essential for the growth of any business. Now let's think. What could you be doing differently in your life or business? Maybe it's time to rethink your approach, to look at obstacles as opportunities, and to find creative ways to turn challenges into victories. At this point, you might be wondering, is this possible for me too? The answer is simple. Yes, if you're willing to learn from mistakes, persist in the face of difficulties, and above all, keep your vision clear and your motivation high. Jesse's success didn't happen overnight, but it's a reflection of his dedication and his ability to act in the face of adversity. To understand even more deeply Jesse Bounds' success, we need to analyze not only the strategic decisions he made, but also his mindset and the principles that guided his journey. After all, What differentiates those who achieve great feats from those who fall by the wayside? Jesse, like many successful entrepreneurs, understood early on that the business world is as much a mental game as it is a physical one. First, he recognized the importance of self-awareness. Knowing where his strengths and weaknesses lay was crucial in his journey. He didn't try to be everything for everyone. Instead, he focused on what he could do better than anyone else. He realized that the hay industry, although simple at first glance, was full of nuances he could explore in a unique way. For instance, he began to notice that the hay market wasn't just looking for a good product, but also exceptional service. He then focused on improving relationships with his customers, offering a differentiated, personalized service tailored to solving the specific needs of each one. This helped him build an extremely loyal customer base, one that trusted him and his company, making it stronger with each passing day. Another vital point was Jesse's ability to adapt. The hay market, like any other sector, is constantly changing, and he didn't just follow trends, he anticipated them. While many were focused on producing more, he was already thinking about how to improve quality, delivery, and the customer experience. He knew that the edge wasn't just being faster, but being more efficient, more skilled, and above all, more committed to standards of excellence. Constant innovation was another fundamental pillar. Jesse didn't get comfortable with success. With every new achievement, he asked himself, how can I do better? He began investing in technology to optimize production, but also in human processes such as training and team development, ensuring that the company's vision was shared by everyone, creating an environment of total collaboration. But perhaps the greatest lesson of all is the importance of taking risks. Jesse knew that to grow, bold decisions had to be made. When many were satisfied with what had already been achieved, he had the courage to step out of his comfort zone and explore new markets, new distribution methods, and even new products. It's no wonder that Bounds Hay is not only a giant in the hay industry, but also a diversified company with many areas of operation. In this sense, Jesse Bounds' story is a clear example of how boldness and innovation can combine to generate exponential growth. He not only focused on the growth of his company, but also on the growth of his mindset. He knew that a business is only as big as its leaders' thinking, and this, without a doubt, was one of the decisive factors in his success journey. Now think about your own path. Are you willing to look at your business or life with the same courage and vision as Jesse? Are you ready to step out of your comfort zone and take the necessary risks to achieve what once seemed impossible? Remember, the greatest entrepreneurs are not those who follow the flow, but those who dare to go beyond, who challenge the status quo and create something no one else thought was possible. Now that we understand Jesse Bounds' journey and the principles that guided him to the top, it's time to reflect on the practical impact of all of this. What lessons can we apply in our own journey, whether in business or in personal life? Jesse is not just an example of financial success, but a model of resilience, vision, and strategy. He showed that even starting from a seemingly modest point, it is possible to achieve great feats with the right behavior, the right decisions, and of course, the right mindset. What he did was identify opportunities where others saw only difficulties. He didn't let a lack of resources or market challenges paralyze him. He used these situations as fuel to innovate and create effective solutions that helped him achieve leadership in a highly competitive sector. And this is something we can all learn from. Success isn't just about big opportunities, but also how we make the most of the small, seemingly invisible opportunities that come our way. What also becomes clear is that to succeed, it's not enough just to have a good idea. It's not enough just to have the courage to start. You need, as Jesse did, to have a long-term vision and know how to adapt to a constantly changing environment. Jesse's company wouldn't be what it is today if he had stuck to traditional methods, hadn't adapted, innovated, and taken risks. He knew that the future wouldn't be built only with what he already knew, but with what he was willing to learn and change. The impact of Jesse Bounds' work is not limited to his company. His journey impacted other companies, generated jobs, influenced the hay industry as a whole, and continues to inspire entrepreneurs around the world. He is a living example of how, with courage, perseverance, and strategic vision, it's possible to transform not just a business, but an entire industry. Now, it's time to bring this reflection into your own life. What obstacles have you been facing recently? What opportunities disguised as difficulties might you be overlooking? Are you allowing yourself to learn from your mistakes and adapt to change? Or are you stuck in a way of doing things that no longer works? The future you want is within your reach, but you need to act, innovate, and most importantly, believe that transformation is possible. Jesse Bounds' journey is living proof that it doesn't matter where you come from, but where you are willing to go. If you follow your vision, make bold choices, and commit to the constant process of evolution, success will simply be a matter of time. If you made it to the end, congratulations. You are a person of success. That's right, because the quest for knowledge and the desire to learn from stories of overcoming, like Jesse Bounds, are characteristics of those who are willing to go beyond. Now that you know the journey of someone who turned 7 acres of hay into a global empire, it's time to reflect. What's your next step? How can you apply Jesse's teachings to your own life and business? Don't wait for later, because the time to act is now. If you enjoyed this video and want to keep finding inspiration, I recommend you also watch our other videos, which are on the final screen. Don't forget to leave a comment on what impressed you the most about Jesse Bounds' story. And of course, subscribe to the Celebrities Farm channel to make sure you don't miss any updates. Congratulations once again for making it to the end. Your journey is just beginning and success is yours. Just keep moving forward.